Well, let's begin with a fantastic matchup in the 25A baseball race Friday night, where defending 5A state champion Elkins took on a team that owns the area's top ranking this season, the Clements Rangers. A chilly night at Knights Field, but the action was hot. Bottom of the first, Elkins' Matt Carpenter connects to deep left, and it is gone. 2-0 Knights. Top four now. Clements, Grant Wright has the right stuff. The hot grounder right by third base. That scores Sean Pack. He packs it in. 2-1. Elkins on top. Now check this out. The liner to center. Elkins Spencer Jackson has a cast on his arm already. It doesn't matter. He makes a great diving catch. Broken arm and all. Bottom four now. Knights. Mike Susanek drives it. Left center field. This one is off the wall. That brings in a run. Here it comes. Next batter. Adam Harry connects deep to left center, way back. It's off the gray monster back there. Bam! And Taylor and Susanek score. Elkins goes up 5-1. Same inning. Will the Thrill Carpenter loops it to right field. Harry comes in, and Elkins wins a huge one. I'm telling you, it was big. 10-5 the final. Mike Susanek gets the victory for the Knights. All right, earlier in the week, Elkins High ace Kelly Shear fired a no-hitter as the defending 5A state champion Knights rolled over Hightower. And whether he's on the mound or at the plate, Kelly is having a spectacular season for Elkins High. He also gets our nod as the Ford Athlete of the Week.
This was the scene last season as the Elkins Knights wrapped up the 5A state championship. But with the loss of pitching and hitting stars Wardell Starling and James Loney, the Knights had some serious holes to fill in 2003. And so, in steps senior Kelly Shear, who is among area leaders in virtually every hitting and pitching category.
Last year as a junior, he came into camp and had developed an excellent stick. So he played for us full-time last year as a junior and ended up hitting around 375. And this year as a senior, he's just taken off. And he's been a great leader and just in all categories.
It's kind of overwhelming to have this kind of season. I just had to come out. I know we had a few key injuries at the beginning of the year with Spencer and Chad being hurt, and I had to come out and lead the team and step up my game and just hope that they would fall in line as they did. We started off kind of slow, but our bats are starting to come around and our defense is looking really good.
So good that Kelly leads the area in home runs and RBIs, and his .522 batting average is second best among all 5A area hitters.
He has been hot all year long. He had been streaky, he hasn't done well for a while, and then gotten cold and then got hot again. He's just been consistent the entire year, so Kelly Shear is a big reason why we are doing so well.
And when the batting glove comes off, Kelly is just as dominant when he picks up the glove and ball. On the pitching mound, he's tied for the area lead in strikeouts, and Kelly's 0.78 ERA is also among the area's best.
As a hitter, you don't know what to look for. If you're looking for his fastball that's been clocked at 90 and he throws his changeup, which is anywhere from 78 to 80 miles an hour, you don't have a chance. And if you're looking for the changeup and he comes with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, he's going to blow it by you. Then he's developed an excellent curveball over the years. So, I can just say one thing. I'm glad he's on our team.
Right now, my changeup is really effective. Hitters have a hard time picking it up from my fastball, and they're all out front and they swing and miss on that a lot. And I just like to mix up my pitches, and Coach Carver does a great job calling pitches, and just like to keep the hitters off balance as much as we can.
And with Kelly Shear leading the way, the defending state champion Knights have again become a force to be reckoned with in 2003.
Our team was really immature. We lost like 6 starters from last year's national team, and we're starting to come around now and hit the ball better. Everyone on the team is taking lessons from Jason Gray. He's done a wonderful job with our hitters, and he's really helped us see the ball a little better. And we're playing great defensively, and we're starting to play a little more as a team and getting used to each other.
This is what jumps on top, and then a base hit, another run for Brazoswood. 2-0. Top of the fifth now for Brazerswood. The Buccaneers with runners on the corners. Pitcher Kelly Shear has the runner picked off, but the throw to second gets away. J.D. Ritchie comes in, and it's 3-0 at that point. Meantime, Brazerswood ace Brad Lincoln had a shutout going. Strikes out Spencer Jackson. 3-0 after 5. Top 6. Brazerswood's J.D. Ritchie lines it right up the gut. 1 run in. Here comes Matt Byrne, and the lead is 5-0. But bottom of the 6th, check this out. Elkins puts runners on the corners. Grant Taylor at bat. He connects. Back into the corner in right field. Matt Carpenter scores. So does Chad Huffman, and it's 5-2. Elkins fans finally have something to cheer about. And they're cheering over there at third base. Same at bat. Bases loaded. Chris Buell hits it hard. Ball gets away. Kyle Langner races home, and it's 5-3. Then, Will the Thrill Carpenter for the Knights tags it to center field. The catch is made, but Adam Perry tags and scores, and Elkins has closed it to 5-4 after 6. Bottom 7 now. After Elkins had loaded the bases on a single and a pair of walks, Adam Perry is hit by the pitch by Brad Lincoln. Matt Carpenter trots home with the game-tying run. Then, the base is still loaded. A full count to Mike Susanek. Check this out. He's hit by the pitch. It was ruled ball 4. It didn't matter. Kyle Langner trots home with the winning run. There was some confusion, but then it's official. The Elkins bench erupts. The Knights score 4 in the 6th and 2 in their last at-bat to keep their hopes of a state title repeat alive. What a game. What a comeback by Elkins. 6-5 the final. Mike Susanek gets the victory in relief. All right, but first, the road to the Final Four in the baseball playoffs came down to a matchup of District 25A rivals in the Region 3 Finals, where defending state champion Elkins faced Clements in a best 2-out-of-3 series, and it was something. Game 1 Thursday night at Minute Maid Park. Bases loaded Elkins in the first inning. With Grant Taylor, he grounds to short. Matt Cohen makes the play, and Clements gets out of the inning. Meantime, Knights pitcher Kelly Shear was mowing him down. K's Will Melton in the first. Then, Kelly strikes out opposing pitcher Corey Van Allen to end the second. And then, man on third in the third. Kelly strikes out Sean Morgan. Big out third. There, to the fourth now. No score, but Elkins has the bases loaded. 1 out. Van Allen facing Chris Buell, and there's 2 away. But with 2 outs, up steps Will the Thrill Carpenter, and Will connects deep to left above the Crawford boxes. It's Bagwell-esque. A grand slam. All of a sudden, Elkins takes a commanding 4-0 lead in the 5th now. Clements loads the bases. Roddy Castells with a slow grounder to second. That will score Paul Miles, and it's 4-1. But Shear was tough. 2 outs in the 7th. He gets Melton to ground out to third. Matt Carpenter makes the play, and that's it. Elkins wins game 1 of the series. 4-1 Thursday night. Kelly Shear gets the victory. So with the win, Elkins going for the 2-game sweep. Friday night, also at Minute Maid Park. Top of the 3rd, Elkins bases loaded, 2 outs. But Sean Morgan strikes out Adam Perry to end the threat. Bottom 5 now. Clements, runner on second. Nick Espinosa, hot chopper. Will Carpenter, nice play. It was tied at 1 through 5. Bottom 6 now. Clements has runners at first and second. Morgan reps it to right. Chris Buell on the run, and he makes a great catch. Matt Cohen will tag, goes to third on the play. 2 outs now. Will Melton, hot shot to short. Carpenter stays with it. He fires, and they get the out. Still tied at 1. Top 7 now. Elkins has 2 on, 2 outs. Adam Perry tags it. Check out Paul Miles. He dives, and he makes the play. Wow. One more time. Paul Miles. So bottom 7. Ryan Cantrell at the plate, and Ryan connects, and that is gone. Game over. And Clements, in dramatic fashion, stays alive. 2-1 in game 2. Sean Morgan gets the victory. And so, with that final at-bat victory, immediately afterwards, Clements forced a third and deciding game in the series. At stake, a berth to the 5A state baseball tournament. Crowd on its feet, and well, they should be. Bottom one, Elkins' Matt Carpenter with a monster blast. A home run in virtually any high school park, but Paul Miles makes the catch on Towles Hill. How about that? Top second, Clemens, bases loaded. Matt Cohen, hot grounder, just under Carpenter. Waddy Costell scores. Here comes Ryan Cantrell. It's 2-0 Clemens. After a bases loaded walk, scored the third run. Pitcher Stephen Poilier delivers ball forward to Will Melton. Matt Cohen scores. And it's 4-0 Clemens. Top of the third now. Clemens a runner at third. Corey Van Allen connects to deep center. Spencer Jackson back, makes a nice catch, but Stephen Whalen will score. That made it 5-0. But check out the update. They are now in the 7th inning. This game didn't start till almost 9 o'clock. It is tied at 5. Elkins has rallied. We will have an update later in the show, and we will have a full follow-up on this game on next week's show. But what a series this is between these District 25A rivals. Now as for grab a piece of the rock, Round Rock that is, where the Elkins Knights face Flower Mound Marcus in the 5A state semifinals. At Dell Diamond, 10 a.m. start Friday morning. Flower Mound up 2-0 in the first, bases loaded, but Kelly Shear stops the rally with a strikeout. He only gave up one more run the rest of the way. Bases loaded for Chad Huffman for the Knights. Bottom of the first, Chad right down the line and right. Will Carpenter and Spencer Action Jackson score. Ties the game at 2. Bases loaded again. And Adam Perry drops one into right field. Kyle Langner and Huffman come in. He huffs and he puffs and he gets in there. It's a 4-run first for Elkins. Third inning, Elkins. Grant Taylor hits one into the right field gap. All the way back there. Perry scores, and there's Huffman coming around. Then, it's Michael Sussinet for the Knights. Base hit center field. Andy Gooch. Here comes Gooch. He's going to score. And Elkins is really just starting to rally. The Knights now up 7-2. And Matt Carpenter. Base hit right field. Chris Moore scores. And it's 8-2. Then, Kelly Shear looks to help his own cause. He drops one into left center field. 2 more runs come in. And it's an amazing 6-run third for the Knights, and it's 10-2. Elkins up 11-3 in the 6th. Bases loaded. Spencer Jackson with a blast way back to center into the gap. Perry and Chris Buell score. That's a 10-run lead, and that ends the game via the 10-run rule. Elkins moves on to the state championship game, the final. 13-3. Kelly Shear, the victor. He gets a 3-hitter. Elkins stands 1 win away from back-to-back 5A state championships.
These guys are extremely used to, unfortunately, being behind 3 different times during the playoffs, and it didn't phase them at all. So yeah, it's tradition means a lot in continuity, and I think that's what we got going here right now.
I knew we've been behind before, and we can come back and do it. We just had to get out of that first inning jam, and I knew I had faith in the guys. I knew we could come back and win.
Well, tomorrow, we got to either play Round Rock or Moody, and both of those are great teams. We're gonna have to come out ready to play. We're gonna go home and think our game plan through. We feel confident. This ain't our first rodeo around here. We've been here for 4 straight years, 2nd straight state championship game to play in, and I feel like we're ready.
And they better be ready, because up next, Round Rock. Round Rock beat Corpus Christi Moody in the state semifinals. The other game, Round Rock ranked number 1 in the nation. But Elkins is not intimidated. They're the defending state champs. That game is at noon, high noon, Saturday at Dell Diamond. We will have highlights of that one on next week's show. What a game that should be. Well, as I mentioned earlier, this is the 4th straight berth to the 5A state baseball tournament for Elkins. A remarkable accomplishment. And this season's playoff run has been quite remarkable in its own right, including last weekend's regional championship final against Clemens High School. More now on that dramatic 3-game series in this week's High School Sports Live Focus segment.
I can't think of a series in my 21-year career that was more exciting, more intense, more stressful. Anything you want to call it.
When you get together 2 great baseball teams like we've got, and when you put them in In a big series like this, anything can happen.
The drama unfolded early and often in the regional final between Elkins and Clemens, beginning with this 2-out, 4th-inning grand slam by Will Carpenter that secured a 5-1 victory for Elkins in Game 1 of the best-of-3 series.
It was really exciting because we were at Minute Maid Park and it was 0-2, so I was just trying to put the bat on the ball, make contact and get some runs in, and do a good pitch to hit, and it was real exciting.
Game 2 was highlighted by a dazzling display of defensive gems. None more dazzling than this incredible 7th-inning diving catch by Clemens High School's Paul Miles, a catch that saved 2 runs and kept the game tied at 1.
I had to go make the play or season's over. And then just luckily I was able to get there on time and make a good play.
Just the emotion of everybody meeting Paul out there on the field when he's coming off center field, saved a gapper and, kept us in the ball game. And then we knew that we had Ryan Cantrell coming up to bat that inning.
And with Ryan Cantrell at bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, his blast into the right field bleachers gave the Rangers a 2-1 victory, tying the series at 1 game apiece.
When he hit it, everybody in that dugout knew that, when that kid comes up to bat, there's a possibility that something like this is going to happen.
Riding that wave of emotion, the Rangers jumped to a 5-0 lead in the 3rd and deciding game of the series. But the Never Say Die defending state champs from Elkins rallied to tie the game at 5 after 5. And then in the bottom of the 6th inning, after the Knights put 2 runners on base, Spencer Jackson connected on a 3-run home run as Elkins pulled out a suspense-filled 8-5 victory.
I knew that he had to put something over the plate. He couldn't throw any curveballs in the dirt. He might, because if he threw a pass ball, Adam could most likely score. So I kind of credit some of that to Adam for being on third base because I know he's going to have to put something over the plate for me to hit. And I was kind of looking for the first pitch. He threw me that kind of inside curveball, and I just tried to turn on it. I got that home run.
We preach all the time that it's all about how you handle adversity in athletics and in life. And these kids have certainly learned a lot of life's lessons this year, and they've come out on top.
Wow, what a series that was. When we come back, our Ford Athlete of the Week has made quite an impact for Elkins High.
Up next on High School Sports Live, it was mighty great at state for the Elkins Knights. We'll have the big hits, the key plays, the emotional celebration, and the post-game reaction from the back-to-back state champs.
It's overwhelming. I can't say enough about these kids.
The championship moments are all ahead. High School Sports Live is next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to High School Sports Live on 55 The Tube. Coming up on this week's show, it's all about Elkins, as well it should be. We have all the highlights from the 5A State Baseball Championship, where it was another crowning moment for the Knights from Elkins High School. And we are most pleased to welcome the state champions into our High School Sports Live studios. We'll have an extensive visit with the guys in just a few minutes. They are proudly wearing their state championship medals. Later, you won't want to miss a special hard-hitting tribute to the 2003 baseball season. Let's begin, though, with last Saturday's high noon showdown between Elkins and Round Rock High School. At stake, the 5A State Baseball Championship. To Dell Diamond and Round Rock we go. Round Rock fans with a short trip for this one. First inning, Elkins jumps off. First round draft pick John Danks. Matt Carpenter singles to right. Will Carpenter scores, and it's 1-0 Elkins on top. Then, Spencer Jackson on third. Chad Huffman with an infield tapper. Round Rock's third baseman has nowhere to go. Jackson scores, and the Knights are up 2-0, second inning. And now it's Jackson at the plate. He hits the blooper into left. The diving and attempt. No, the ball drops. Chris Morris scores. 3-0 Elkins. Runners on the corners. Matt Carpenter at bat. Ground ball to first base. Round Rock tries to turn 2. Relay to first is close. Safe. Run scores from third. Elkins up 4-0. Third inning. And it's Chad Huffman. Chad huffs and puffs. And Huffman with a solo home run into the grassy hill. Wow. They're loving this one. They have a 5-run cushion, but it's 5-2 in the fifth now. 2 on for Round Rock. Reed Wojtek hits a long fly ball to right field. This one back over the head of Chris Buell, all the way to the wall. 2-run score. Wojtek is trying to go for third. Hoffman's relay, though, is on the money. He's out at third. Big play. Elkins stays up by 1, 5-4. 7th inning. Elkins, Mike Susanek with the pickoff. He has the runner leaning. Kelly Shearer makes the throw. Carpenter makes the tag, and that is huge. Elkins up 5-4. 1 out away. Susanek delivers. He induces the ground ball to short. Will the thrill Carpenter makes the play, and that's it. Back-to-back champions. The celebration is on. Hey, look at that pile. The Elkins Knights finish off an improbable run with another heart-stopping finish. The final 5-4. Elkins, Mike Susanek gets the victory as Elkins caps off a truly amazing postseason run.
It's a very humbling experience. I can't say enough about these kids, and I could just go on and on about the many times we were behind during the playoff run, and then to face the #1 ranked team in America in some polls in the state championship game, and come out and beat the #9 pick in America in the draft, and John Danks is just, it's overwhelming. I can't say enough about these kids.
We have a team meeting before every big game. Talk about the mindset that we're going to go into before the previous game. We talked about John Danks, telling everybody how good of a pitcher he is and how we're going to have to, work on hitting the ball the other way. And, it was weird. We were sitting in that team meeting. We're all looking around, and it just felt right. I mean, we knew we were coming out here today and winning another state championship.
Well, there were any number of heroes for Elkins at the 5A state tournament, so picking one for our Athlete of the Week segment wasn't easy by any means. But who better than to receive that honor than the MVP of the state title game? Elkins center fielder Spencer Jackson is our Ford Athlete of the Week.
After going 2 for 3 in the Knights state semifinal victory over Flower Mound Marcus, Elkins High center fielder Spencer Jackson was really just getting warmed up. Spencer then proceeded to tie the 5A record for most hits in a championship game, going a perfect 4 for 4 with an RBI as Elkins secured back-to-back state championships.
We really needed to come out and, announce our presence with authority, show them that we were just going to lay down and let them, just beat us. I think that they were really shell-shocked when we came up there, first inning scoring 2 runs off their, their ace. They saved for us in that championship game. I think that got to them quick.
And the Knights got to Round Rock quickly despite facing highly touted southpaw John Danks, the 9th player taken in the 2003 Major League Draft.
I think more than anything, getting to face a #9 draft, first round draft pick, in state tournament, and winning the game against him. I don't think I'll never forget that. It's probably one of the most memorable things in, my baseball career.
And Spencer's heroics in the postseason certainly weren't limited to the state tournament. Just a week earlier in the regional finals against Clements, Spencer's dramatic 3-run homer in the deciding 3rd game of the series propelled Elkins to a return trip to Austin.
I'd been struggling that day already. I think it was like 1 for 8 or something like that. But I knew when I came up to bat with 2 outs, we had 2 runners on. That was our chance, to take the game over. And I had to come through. So, the rest is history.
The rest is history, and when we come back, we'll highlight a phenomenal postseason run for Elkins High, and we'll visit with the 5A state baseball champs right after this. And welcome back to High School Sports Live on 55 The Tube. It was an amazing postseason run for the Elkins High baseball team, capped off, of course, by a 2nd straight 5A state championship. And joining us now for more on that incredible playoff run are the state champs themselves. Of course, Coach Rick Carpenter. Coach Carpenter, congratulations once again. It's been not quite a week. You're still on cloud 9?
Oh, absolutely. It's quite an accomplishment. It's pretty overwhelming. It's pretty humbling. A lot of words to describe it, but we're enjoying this and going to for a long time.
Quite an accomplishment is putting it mildly. You won it last year, but this has got to rank up there as maybe the best, is what I'm thinking.
It's going to hold a special place in my memories because, last year we were rated #1 in the nation from the very beginning of the season, so we felt like it would almost be a catastrophe if we didn't win it last year. And this year we came from behind so many times, and I think, maybe got overlooked a little bit in the rankings at certain points in the season too, and I don't think this one was expected, and to come through and win in the fashion that we did is really exciting.
All right, we're going to come back to you and go through some of those playoffs in a minute. Let's talk to a couple of your players. Chad Huffman, second baseman. Chad, what does the state championship mean to you?
It's great. It's being a senior, coming out on a good note, winning it for the last time. Last time I put on Elkins jersey, winning a state championship.
Yeah, last year, of course, you won it all. How does this one compare?
Oh, it's just so much sweeter. We came from behind on every series except for West Side, I think. So it's so much greater when we win.
All right, next to you, Mike Susanek. You were on the mound in the state championship game in Round Rock against Round Rock. What was that like?
Well, they were loud, and it was their backyard, so it was fun.
How much pressure was there? I mean, there's going to be enough pressure to pitch in a state championship game, no matter where you play, even if it's in your backyard. But in Round Rock, what was that like?
Well, I didn't really feel any pressure. Just go out and do what I do every time. So nothing really.
They were ranked #1 in the nation, #1 in the state, but you guys were up to the task. Was it intimidating at all, or obviously, did you think they were overconfident?
Yeah, I didn't think they were very good.
All right, they were pretty good though. Kyle Langner right next to you, and Kyle, just express to us what this state championship means to this team. Put the mic right up there.
It's unbelievable. I can't explain how I feel right now. It's just wow. It hadn't set in yet, and probably till I get that big fat ring on my finger. But I was on the last year's team when we won it, and it was great. But this year was so much sweeter, like Chad said, because we had to come back so many times to get where we were and being the #1 nation team. And it's great.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this playoffs because it really was incredible, Coach. You beat Westside to start the postseason after a bye in bye district. You beat them 3-0. They gave you a battle, but that went all right for you. Then you start with Dulles, an outstanding team from your own district, and we'll take a look at some of this playoff stuff. And you went down 1-0 to Dulles.
Yeah, Dulles beat us 2-1 at Minute Maid Park, and that got us behind 1-0 in the series. And as you can see here from some of the highlights, they played a great game. Obviously, it was a great game to end up being 2-1. We took a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. No, it was the top of the 7th. That's what it was. There's the lead. Then the bottom of the 7th, they were home team.
And they won it all. Then you guys came back and won it in 3. Then you place Brazos Wood at the Dome. You're down 5-0 after 5 innings in 1-game winner take all. You didn't panic, did you?
No, not at all. The kids felt like we were sooner or later going to get to their pitcher, and right here Grant Taylor hits a big double down the line, and we scored 4 in the 6th, and then came back and scored 2 in the 7th to win the game. And here it is, Mike Susnick gets hit by a pitch to score the winning run. That was a huge victory after trailing 5-0.
And then, boy, what a celebration that was. A regional final against your 25A rival Clemens. You win the first game, Will the Thrill with the grand slam in Game 1. But then again, it was a battle, wasn't it? Game 2 was something.
Oh, absolutely. Will hits this grand slam off Corey Van Allen, one of the tops in the draft, and that was definitely a pitcher's duel. Then Mike pitched a great game here as 1-1 in the 7th inning, and we get a walk-off home run here to finish that game. So that was, that was painful to lose that, being the first game of a doubleheader. Now that we lost it, series tied 1-1, so we had to come back and win the final game, and we fell behind in this game 5-0 also. But with all the things that we've experienced, dropping behind 5-0 in this game, didn't faze us.
Huge home run right there, as we saw a little while ago, Spencer Jackson.
At this point, the game was 5-5, and Spencer hits the 3-run homer, I think in the 6th inning. And then we had to get them out in the 7th to win the game.
All right, what a series that was, one of the best of the year. All right, stay right there, Coach. When we come back, we'll have more on how the Knights took hold of a piece of the rock, Round Rock that is, and also just ahead, some of the most spectacular moments from the 2003 baseball season. We'll be right back. And welcome back to High School Sports Live on 55 The Tube, with one dramatic comeback after another in the postseason and the 5A Region 3 championship under its belt. The Elkins Knights still had their work cut out for them as they made their way to the 5A state baseball tournament in Round Rock. And we rejoined the state champs. And Coach Carpenter, awesome winning the regional championship, but then there was the matter of the state tournament. And you started off with a bang against Flower Mound Marcus. Even though you got behind, this was a game that you really took control of, wasn't it?
Absolutely. We dropped behind 2-0 in the top of the first inning, and then we countered with 4 in the bottom of the first. And after that, we pretty much took control of the game, and we run ruled them, 13-3 in 6 innings.
All right, there we are at Dell Diamond. And really, this was a game where you guys really just played a great game, didn't you?
Yeah, we really did. We swung the bats extremely well. Their 2 left-handed pitchers that they have are soft-throwing lefties that work the ball away in the strike zone. We knew that through our advanced scouting, and our kids crowded the plate and worked on hitting the ball the other way, as you've seen on the highlights there, and it resulted in there's another one that resulted in a ton of hits. I think we had like 16 hits in that game.
All right, so then the state championship game against Round Rock. They're ranked #1 in the nation. You guys are the defending state champions, and you were not about to lose this one, were you?
Oh, the kids, we had a meeting the night before and just talked about the agenda and different things. And we walked out of that meeting, my assistants and I just felt like our kids were extremely confident, and we're facing the #9 pick overall in the draft last week in John Danks. And our kids rose to the occasion, scored 5 quick runs off of him, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And the rest is history. Right there.
There it is. Mike Sussman pitched a great game, and we played a little bit better defense. He shuts them out, but still he hangs in there, and we beat them 5-4.
And what was the celebration like, Coach? Were you in the bottom of that pile?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not getting anywhere near that mess.
And there's the medal ceremony, and really it's a very emotional moment. Players, for everybody, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. To win back-to-back state championships is quite a thrill, and several of the kids that were on this team had been there 3 times, and a ton of them had been there twice, and Kelly Shearer, of course, was there 4 times. And to go out with this group of 8 seniors with a state championship is something we'll always remember.
Yeah. Chad, what was that celebration like? Were you at the bottom of that pile?
I was right in the middle. Yeah. It was great, just being a senior again, just unbelievable. The feeling I got this year when Will threw the ball and Kelly caught it, it was great.
Coach, back-to-back state titles, 6 state appearances in 10 years. How do you do it?
Well, we've got a lot of talented kids, and not only that, but the kids work hard, and add those things together, and the result is success, and we feel real pleased with it, and obviously we're just overwhelmed by it.
All right, just an amazing accomplishment. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Stay right there. You might enjoy our next little piece. But congratulations, just an awesome job to go back-to-back state championships. All right, with the state tournament over and done with, so is the high school baseball season. But what a magnificent season it was. With that being said, High School Sports Live's Robert Land assembled this action-packed look at the spectacular plays from the 2003 baseball season. Wow, that's something special, wasn't it? What a great baseball season. All right, when we come back, we're not quite done with Elkins High yet. After all, there's the plays of the week to attend to, and we'll tell you about our upcoming year in review shows. We'll be right back.